Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel Best IT Solutions. And today in this video tutorial I am going to discuss OOPS concept of Java. So what are the object oriented programming concepts found in Java? We will discuss clearly in this video. So what are the OOPS concepts? So OOPS concept of Java, the most important OOPS concepts of Java are class, object, abstractions, encapsulations, inheritance, polymorphism. So these are the important OOPS concepts, that is class, object and abstractions, encapsulations, inheritance and polymorphism. So we will see one by one what are these concepts in details. So first we will see class. So what is class? So a class is a user defined blueprint or prototype from which objects are created. So a class is a user defined blueprint or prototype from which objects are created. So objects are created from that class. So it is a user defined blueprint or prototype. So it is a building block for an object. So it represents the set of properties or methods that are common to all objects of one type. So this class represents the set of properties or methods that are common to all objects of one type, and it is the building block for an object. So this is the class. Objects are created from the class. Then what is object? So a Java object is a member, also called an instance. Object is also called instance. So a Java object is a member or instance of a Java class. So a Java object is a member or instance of a class. Each object has an identity, a behavior and a state. So each object has an identity and a behavior and a state. The state of an object is stored in fields, variables, while methods, functions display the object's behavior. So the state of an object is stored in the fields, that is the variables, and the methods or functions display the behavior of the object. So the states of the object stored in the variables and the behaviors of the object are stored in the methods or functions. Objects are created at runtime from templates, which are also known as classes. So objects are created at runtime from the classes or templates. Then abstractions. So what is abstraction? So the abstractions is an also important object-oriented concepts. So data abstractions is the property by virtue of which only the essentials details are displayed to the user. The non-essential units are not displayed to the user. So what is data abstraction? So data abstraction is the property by virtue of which only the essential details are displayed to the user. So the necessary details will be displayed to the users and the non-essential units are not displayed to the users. For example, a car is viewed as a car rather than its individual components. So essential components will not the important thing for the users of cars. So it is viewed as a car only. So data abstractions may also be defined as the process of identifying only the required characteristics of an object, ignoring the irrelevant details. So data abstractions may also be defined as the process of identifying only the required characteristics of an object, ignoring the irrelevant details. So only the important features are displayed to the users and all other things are non-essential units are not displayed to the user. These are the data abstractions. So we can clear this scenario by giving an examples like real-time examples of a man driving a car. So the man only knows that pressing the accelerators will increase the speed of a car or applying the brakes will stop the car. The driver only knows this thing, that if I will press on the accelerator, then it will increase the speed of the car, and if I will press the brakes, then it will stop the car. But the driver or the man doesn't know about how on pressing the accelerator the speed will actually increasing, or how if we will apply the brake, car will stop. So he doesn't know about the inner mechanism of the car. So the driver doesn't know the internal mechanism of the car or the implementation of accelerator or brakes, etc. So this is what abstraction is. So the driver don't know the how if the accelerator is pressed and a car has increased its speeds. So this is the internal mechanism. So this will not known to the driver or the man or who is driving the car. So this is what is data abstraction is. Now to achieve data abstraction, we can use abstract class or interface. So to achieve the data abstractions, we can use the abstract class or interface. So we are only declaring the methods in the abstract class or interface, and we are defining that in the its child classes. The another object-oriented concept is encapsulation. So what is encapsulation? So encapsulation in Java is a mechanism of wrapping the data or the variables and the code, that is the methods acting on the data, together as a single unit. So the data and the methods wrapping together in a single unit is called the abstraction in encapsulation. In encapsulation, the variables of a class will be hidden from the other classes. So in encapsulation, the variables are the private variables. These are the hidden from the other classes. So the variables or data are only accessed through the methods of that classes and can be accessed only through the methods of the current class. So therefore, it is known as data hiding. So the data are hidden. So this property is also called as encapsulation, is also called as data hiding, because the data are the hidden from the outside world. It is the private data members. It can be accessed through the public methods only. To achieve encapsulation in Java, declare the variables of a class as private. So we will declare the variables of the class as private, and to access that data member, we are providing the public getters and setters methods to modify and view the variables values. So we are and provide public getters and setters methods to modify and view the variable values. Example of encapsulations, like this is student class, and there are two data fields in this class, like name and the name, only name one data field, and there is a get name and set name methods are defining also there. So in test classes, we have created the object of that student class, and through that object we can set the name, and we can also get the name through the setters and getters only. So this is the data encapsulations. Then another property of object-oriented concept is inheritance. So what is inheritance? Inheritance in Java is a mechanism in which one object can acquire all the properties and behaviors of a parent object. So inheritance is a mechanism in Java which is one object can acquire all the properties and behaviors of a parent object. The idea behind inheritance in Java is that you can create new classes that are built upon existing classes. So the idea behind is that you are creating the new classes, but that are built upon the existing classes. When we inherit from an existing class, we can reuse all the methods and fields of the parent class, and we can also add new methods and fields in our current class. So when we inherit from an existing class, we can reuse all the methods and fields of the parent classes, and also we are adding some new methods and fields to our current class. So the parent class methods also can be accessed from this child class. So this is the reuse of code. So what is the benefits of inheritance? So benefits of inheritance, like for method overriding, runtime polymorphism can be achieved, and for code reusability, reuse of code, we can reuse the parent code in child classes. And inheritance represents is a relationship which is also known as parent-child relationship. So the inheritance represents is a relationship which is also known as a parent-child relationship. Types of inheritance in Java is, on the basis of class, there can be three types of inheritance: single level, multi-level, and hierarchical. In Java programming, multiple and hybrid inheritance can be achieved through interface only, because Java does not support multiple inheritance through class. An example of inheritance, like this is a class of mammal, and you can extend that class in another class, and you can achieve the mammal class methods through the object of the child classes at work. This is the example. Another important properties of OOPs are polymorphism. So what is the polymorphism? Polymorphism is the ability of an object to take on many forms. So poly means many. So polymorphism is the ability of an object to take on many forms. The most common use of polymorphism in OOP occurs when a parent class reference is used to refer a child class object. So most commonly used in when a parent class reference is used to a child class object, to refer the child class objects. So through the help of reference of the parent class, we can create the object of child class. So a child class can override the method of its parent class, and overridden method is essentially hidden in parent class. So the overridden method is essentially hidden in the parent class and is not invoked unless the child class use the super keyword within the overriding method. So if we override a parent class method in child class, the parent class method is hidden, and if we do not use the super keyword within the overriding method, then the child class will not show in the parent classes. It will be hidden. This is also can be called as polymorphism because here one method have many forms, can do multiple tasks. So here one method have many forms and can do multiple tasks. So this is also polymorphism. So example of polymorphism like class person and this void work and a class employee extends person. So here if we create the object of the employee class with the help of reference of the person class, and we will call the method work, then it will execute the employee class, the child class methods work. Thank you. This is all about the OOPs concepts in Java, and if you have get some knowledge from this video, you can like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you guys.